Hello folks, for this video, for our third lesson in our Fingerstyle ukulele instruction book, we're going to be exploring Amazing Grace. So we're going to take the chords, the melody, some fingerpicking patterns, etc., and try to craft a solo arrangement at the end. And I wanted to do this to show you how you can take a simple tune or anything you wanted to work on and start to understand how to make something cool with it. So, to begin with, you'll see in the book that we're doing this in the key of F. So the first step is just to figure out how to strum out all the chords and try to hear the melody go by in your head while we're doing it. So you can just strum 3 times per measure if you like. And it'll be really helpful if you can memorize those chord changes so that the rest of it's a little easier. The first thing we'll do is we'll play this little accompaniment pattern along with our chords. You'll take your thumb and pluck the 3rd string, and then you'll strum the chord twice. So on an F chord, you'd play 3rd string, strum, strum. And if you have a low G uke, you could play 4th string, strum, strum if you wanted to. So it's nice for a waltz, which Amazing Grace is. So now I'm going to go all the way through the chords, doing 3rd string, strum, strum. So that's just a nice waltz pattern. You could use it to accompany any song in 3/4 time. And next we're going to do a finger picking pattern instead of that thumb, strum, strum. It goes thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1. So a good way to practice that first is just go thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1, thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1. And you can see on the tablature the order that you play the strings, but on an F chord it would sound like this. So if I do that along with the chords, it'd be that pattern would be once per measure. So that really illuminates one of the important things about fingerstyle, that by just playing a pattern and then changing the chord, it really makes a more sophisticated sound than just strumming would. And that's because when you fingerpick, it highlights each string one at a time, and so the ways that the chords change and the way the little strings, each string changes what fret gets played for what chord, make for a nice musical texture. So you can play either of those accompaniment patterns along with a friend who is singing or playing the melody. And so now the next page we're going to work on the melody. It's written out in tablature. You see there's a little pickup note. And I know there's a million ways to play every tune, so I just wrote a simplified version of it. So I'm really sticking with my rule where my thumb plays these two strings and my fingers play these two strings. So if you had a friend to play a duet with, you could play the melody while they played the chords with either of those patterns we just learned. And now I've crafted a little solo arrangement, which is the third page, and it has the melody. Occasionally it has a strum of a chord. For that you can just strum with your finger or thumb. And it also has some little picking parts to fill in the sound. So this isn't the only way to do a piece like this. It's just one way I came up with a nice solo arrangement. So I'll give it a whirl. So see that mixture of just the melody, which you've already learned, and then occasionally strumming a chord, which you've already learned the chord changes, and some little picking parts in between. It really makes a nice solo arrangement. So I hope you can learn this and start to understand how you could apply this to your own pieces. Okay, thanks a lot.